guys, welcome back. So here's me making my horns for Verosika. Sorry, my voiceover is a little bad. I got snowed in at work, so I'm having to spend the night here. And this isn't really a tutorial because I'm kind of winging it as I go. I don't know how it'll end up. Yeah, but here's me trying to figure out where I want to put the horns, trying to make them even. I did not get Sharpie in my hair. Anyway, now I'm sanding it down because I wanted to make it a little easier for the glue to adhere to it. Yeah, I went with a metal headband, just, you know, I didn't want it to break when I go to all this work, and also I like that it didn't have teeth inside because I want the headband to go under my wig, and I feel like that would feel terrible and hurt. Here's me eyeballing it because I really need things to be symmetrical, but, you know, it's not going to be perfect, and I think if humans did have, well, I mean, not that she's a human. Anyway, if people did have horns, they're not going to be symmetrical anyways because people aren't symmetrical. So while I'm waiting for the hot glue gun to heat up, I'm going to show you my other horns. These ones I made for Alice. I still need to sand them and paint them. If you want to see that, let me know. I'll make another video. And then I also made another pair. These were the first ones I made. I made these for Millie, and I used yarn to make that texture for the horns. These ones I'm making with these old curling rod thingies I had because I just thought the shape of her horns need more structure. And so I'm taking those little toppers there and I'm gluing them on, and now I'm trying to figure out the shape I want. I think I'm gonna glue the metal inside to the headband, and then the foam I will try and mold over, and that will stick on over the wig onto the metal part. I'm sorry if I'm explaining that badly, you'll see hopefully if this goes to plan. So now I'm attaching those little topper thingies to the headband. Honestly, I think they kind of look cute on their own, just like little ears or something, I don't know. Try and guess what I'm singing. And here's where I realized that hot glue is not gonna stick, because of course not. I knew it wouldn't, but I tried anyways because I was too lazy to find another glue to use. Sorry, this part's way too long. There's me realizing, yeah, it's gonna fall off. So I found something else, and it seems like tacky glue is gonna work. I don't know, I've never used it before, clearly, because here's me squeezing like an idiot and then realizing the cap is still on. So I got that off camera because I know TikTok doesn't like anything remotely similar to weapons. I can't remember if I said this or not already, but if you want a tutorial on how I made the other horns, let me know. I'll just have to figure out a character that I need to make horns for in the future. Yeah, unfortunately that's all I have right now. Like I said, I'm snowed in at work, so I'll catch you in part 2. Hi, welcome back. This is part 2 of making my horns for Verosika. Yeah, so I filmed this after pulling an all-nighter, and I busted my ass falling on the ice. So sleep deprived, but I still got it done, so I don't know why it's taken me so long to finally finish this video and post it. But anyway, here I'm cleaning the, what's gonna be the horns. Here's the headbands. As you see, that glue worked. And I'm just kind of trying to see like where I feel like I need to cut them off to make them the right size. It's kind of hard to tell because, like, I don't know, they look different size in the pictures sometimes, so I'm just kind of going for what I think would look best with like my head shape, I guess. I don't know. So here's me shaping them, trying to get them pretty even. And yeah, I cut them off the tops off camera. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the wires there as well. Now I'm wrapping them in aluminum foil, just kind of help it keep the shape, and also the texture will help the clay I'm using stick to them. I like to work with foam clay. I don't know why. It's fun. I just like how the texture, and it's pretty lightweight. So that's what I'm using. And apparently the glue did not work. So I'm going to try and find something that will. Probably super glue. I just don't want to have to go buy super glue because then I'm always going to be stressed knowing that there's an open container of super glue somewhere in my house. I know that sounds insane. I have OCD. Leave me alone. Now I'm taking the wires out of the horns and trying to stick them on my wig head. They don't really need to be in the right place on the wig head because obviously that's not the same size and shape as my head. It's more just a place to keep them so they can dry. But I'm still trying to kind of shape the foam clay onto them while on the mannequin head. This part took forever. That's pretty much what I've been doing for the past few days, really. Trying to build up the clay. I like to just do a thin layer at a time and let that dry overnight. So here's where we're at now. And thanks for watching. I'll let you know when I have a new update. Bye. Hi, welcome back. I'm finally posting part 3. I'm so sorry. It's been so much longer than I meant for it to be. Unfortunately, I had to leave town for a week for a funeral. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of shit going on, you know, but I think that's kind of everybody's lives right now. Anyway, here I am building up the horns like I have been doing. It's nice kind of giving a week to dry. I actually finished them, well, not finished, but like before I left, so they had like a week to dry. So there's only going to be one part after this. I don't get to the end of my progress in this video because I just didn't want to make it too long, but I will be posting the final parts soon, I promise. So here I am, putting the wires on, kind of see my idea of putting together. I hope it'll work. I still haven't tested it. Like, I still need to go get super glue. As you can see, that glue I tried before is just not wanting to stick, so I'm gonna have to get super glue. I just have not had a chance to get it. I haven't had a day off since I got back, and I work late, and nothing's open when I'm done with work, and I'm too lazy to get up early. So yeah, but soon I will be able to finish these. Like within the week, I will be finishing these. Here I'm making them shorter. I know, like in different different episodes and stuff, different angles, different pictures, her horns look like different sizes, but I just kind of went with what I thought would look best with my head shape. So I'm making it a little bit shorter, and here I'm kind of shaping them down because, you know, I had to cut through the clay and the foam and all that, so I'm kind of smoothing out the bottom there. And here I'm trying to give it a horn texture by doing little coils of clay, but foam clay is not like normal clay, and I just could not get it to work the way I wanted it to. So, you know, foam clay, ignore the mess behind me. Anyways, yeah, so I was like, you know what, fuck that. I'm just gonna sand it and kind of carve in the texture I want. I'm gonna paint. And here's my cute cat. He came to visit me, and I thought that was so sweet. And here I am, just using a lot of water to kind of smooth out the clay, because that's another thing you can do with foam clay. It's much easier to just use water to smooth it out. I don't know, I kind of like sanding it, you know, because then I can like build it up later than I want it and then sand it down. So yeah, I'll be back for part 4 soon. Bye! Hi, welcome back. This is part 4 to making my Verosika horns. This is the final part. I'm done with the horns. Now I'm just trying to decide how I want to style them. So, sorry, there's a lot in the beginning here. I spent all that time trying to get them really smoothed out just to decide I wanted to give them a more textured look. So I took an X-Acto knife and carved out sort of like horn texture. And then I spent the next few days using really watered down foam clay to kind of give it still like that smoothed over look. I didn't want it to be quite so rough. And now I'm trying to decide on how I'm going to paint it. They look kind of finished towards the end, but I don't think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'd like to give it more of like a natural look, if that's even possible. And I was trying to decide if I wanted to just do the stars on the horns, or I don't know, I kind of want to do something more fun. I want them to be matte, and I think I'm gonna like give them extra designs too. Yeah, so here they are, and now I just had to get my headband together. Super glue seemed to work for the most part. I just put it directly where I wanted it on my head, and I have a bag, obviously, to keep the glue from being on my head, which was a good idea because I got stuck to the bag. Sorry, I'm singing. I let it dry a little bit because if I tried to take it off then, they were just gonna stick to the bag or slip off. I let that dry overnight, and now I'm trying to figure out where I want the horns to go on my head. And then I stuck the headband in the wig, testing out my idea. At long last, it looks like it's gonna work. I still have some work to do. I need to style the wig, figure out how I'm gonna do the horns, but yeah, stay tuned and I'll be doing Charlie next.